Yo, AB3 Anime, your boy Aaron here. We are streaming in the middle of the day again. Now, the reason we're streaming in the middle of the day is I'm actually in the middle of doing stuff, but it got quiet. So I'm kind of just sitting around. I'm like, fuck it, why not just go ahead and get a stream in? So that's why we're here right now. We are working on getting a stream in. Um, Honestly, my control panel is not right now, but we'll see how that works. Anyway, hey, how you guys doing? If you see the headphones, it's because we need to kind of look at some video stuff today, and I wanted to make sure you guys can hear the sound. Now, the learning Japanese thing, bro, I'm still going to do it. Shout out to my son for randomly joining my stream. He's supposed to be playing Fortnite or something, but yo, what's up, dog? Um, I'm supposed to be doing all kinds of things right now, but right now we're just gonna get this stream in. But anyway, the thing we're here for is Chaz sent your boy some photos from AX Chibi. All right. We are going to take a look at what happened at AX Chibi. Well, I don't know if we'll see that. We're actually going to go on YouTube and try to find some more videos of what went down at AX Chibi over the weekend. You guys know how I feel about AX Chibi. It's not for me because I live on the East Coast. If I was local to the area, I'd check it out. It's not something I wouldn't go to if I was local. But because I live on the East Coast, is 100% not something I would fly out for. But Kaz did send in some pics. All right. So we have two sets of pics. First of all, he also went to Anime Pasadena. The thing I love about you guys on the West Coast is you guys have so many anime conventions all the time. Now, I've heard from other vendors that the East Coast has actually grown in that sense. We've actually started to catch up with you guys with the amount of conventions we do. And apparently, it's a little bit better out here for vendors because even though you guys do so many conventions out there, it's saturated with the same people. Like, it's heavily saturated because there's so many people. So, people are starting to come over to us. But I do fucks with the fact that you guys get to have more than one con. That's dope. That being said, take a look at some of these photos to Chaz sent us. So this is a line for Anime Pasadena. First of all, I really like this downtown area here. I like this. Yo, the Dragon Ball dragon outside is sick. I fucks with the dragon. That's sick. And again, shout out to Chaz. If anyone has a convention that they're doing and they want to get in touch with us, feel free to hit us up on the AB3 Anime Discord. The link to our Discord is on the YouTube channel. You can email me or you can follow me on Instagram at AB3 Anime. Send your boy a message if you want to communicate. I'm always down to check out cosplay photos, videos, all this stuff. So if you want to get in touch with your boy, again, hit the AB3 Anime Discord. The link is on the YouTube channel page. Or hit me on Instagram at AB3 Anime. Now you can email me, but it might go into spam, so just be aware of that. That's pretty packed for that little building. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good crowd. That's a good crowd. Anime Pasadena is known to have a pretty decent sized crowd. See some Demon Slayer cosplayers in the back. Fucking Santa Claus. Shout out to Holiday Monstery. They sent me an invitation to be a vendor at their con, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Their booth is fairly expensive, fam. I'm not gonna hold you. Their booth is very expensive. So I don't know if we're doing that or not, but shout out to them anyway. Giant Naruto, okay. I have noticed that my generation of anime people in general really fuck with Naruto. But the younger generation, like my son's generation, they don't rock with Naruto at all. Like at all. It's crazy to me, but they they die hard are like Boruto is better. And they be serious about it. But hey, to each their own. I ain't gonna anime judge nobody. Okay? But It was a surprise. Y'all don't rock with my boy like that. Did we run through all of them? We did. We ran through this first set of pictures. So, Chaz also sent a second set of pictures. Now, these are actually from AX Chibi. And he might have more he'll send us later if we can get to him. But again, I appreciate anything he could send. This is kind of dope. It was the first time we've actually had a subscriber on the channel send some stuff in that we can use. I won't say that because Roa sent in stuff about the construction going on at LA Live, which is definitely happening this year. So I don't know how that's going to impact us next year, but the construction is in full swing this time around. Um, but this is a line to get in for AX Chibi. Wow, they did the little food court thing out here. Okay. They had their own little Chibi AX crossing out here, I guess. Okay, before we move forward, we need to talk about this because AX needs to fix this. All right. The reason I say they need to fix this is Entertainment Hall, first anime expo I went to, the arcade gaming area was also a part of Entertainment Hall, and they had a massive, massive arcade gaming area down there that you could play games, you could try out racing simulations. It's all kind. It was cool. It was dope. Now we have this little room. Now, and what's crazy is this room that they have these arcade games in is bigger than the one they have at regular AX. They just use a really small room upstairs at Anime Expo for the arcade games. It is super small. Okay, like it is not big at all. It's like half the size of this. And they didn't even have DDR and stuff up there. It's just the old school arcade games. Now, again, I'm not big into arcade games like that. But when I do go to play, it's cool to have a really dope selection of the new school games mixed with the old school. They actually had games from like, excuse me, AX had games from like 1983 in there, and that was it. It was like no new school games, no nothing, and it was really. I was surprised. I was very surprised that they didn't have more. And it play. Okay, so either Chaz is really early, or the crowd at AX was really thin. He might have had a VIP pass though. I'll have to ask because if he had a VIP pass, that makes sense. But if not, then the crowd at ANMA spelled Chibi is not taking off. And the tickets for Chibi are super cheap. They're not expensive tickets either. So I'm really surprised at that. All right. Again, we appreciate Chaz. Shout out him. And now we're gonna move to some video and stuff. We're gonna check out what went down over the weekend at AX Chibi. All right. First of all, let me move me a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna check out what happened at AX Chibi this weekend. The reason I've always put myself up here is because when we're doing a lot of the reading and stuff for the things that happen at AX, we have to get a lot of them from the X page that they have. The X page, I kind of blocked the floating, but for video, being in this corner isn't that bad. So appreciate you guys checking it out with me. All right, so we're gonna check out some of the stuff from AX Chibi. Let me make sure the headphones are on because I do not want the sound to be all over the place. Shout out to the AB3 anime beanie. If you guys like this beanie, let me know. We can get a couple in for the subscribers for the channel and just try to get them out to you guys. But all right, so what are we gonna do? Do we want to do shorts or do we want to do vlogs? First of all, shout out your boy. But what do we want to do? First of all, let's change this because what happens when you type in Anime Expo or Anime Expo Chibi is it gives you like the most popular version of whatever's going on. And we don't want that right now. We actually want the upload date of what happened. So let's go 360 tour of Anime Expo Chibi. Let's go. Let's see what was going on at Chibi. And if there was something at Chibi that maybe we'd be interested in checking out. Hopefully this gets fixed because that's blurry as fuck. I don't know if that's my camera or if that's the like. Is that my camera or is that the way it just looks? No, that's just the way it looks. Okay. There we go. That's better. That's better. First of all, decent sized crowd for a local con. This is a pretty good crowd. You guys have to remember that LA has like a massive, the whole LA area, the whole California area has a massive anime community. So I am really not surprised to see so many people out there. The convention sounds never get old. It's you just hear a bunch of voices and echoes as you're walking. At each room you go into, the sounds either get louder or more open. Big vendor all. Okay. First of all, I see this vendor at every con. I do like their jackets and stuff, but the embroidered shit, bro, it ain't for me. But I do like their jackets. I just wanted to point that out because they do have fire clothes. Because you guys know I buy the Emerald stuff and the Kinfold stuff, but I do rock with their stuff too. It's just I don't like embroidered things, bro. Like even this is like pushing it. Ah, with the Akatsuki jackets. Oh, they got the Ambu. Okay, okay. I do rock with this. Also, I've apparently noticed that our channel is not sending notifications for when we're streaming and stuff. So I'm going to look into that to make sure that I can get that set back up. I don't know why our notifications aren't on when we're streaming out again, but we'll get that fixed so you guys can know. But if you haven't subscribe to the channel, comment down below, turn on your notifications so you know when we're streaming. Just in case, just check your notifications if you're missing it and see if that's the case. So this is the hardest part about con. People always wonder like, is it hard to move around cons? It depends on the spacing of the aisles. Certain aisle spacing makes it easier for people to maneuver through cons. When you have an aisle this tight with spacing, and you would think this is open, it's really not. These two booths are really close together. When you have aisles this tight with spacing, it funnels everyone in. It doesn't take much. You get people on this side looking at one thing, some people on this side looking at one thing. Now that space only is becomes this small. So it's a big deal when the spacing is like that. So it's easy to move around cons most of the time, but it really depends on how narrow the spacing is between those aisles. And just be courteous. Like if you see someone like this and you like their cosplay, dope cosplay by the way. If you like their cosplay, that's cool. But remember, like take that photo like out in the open. Like don't try to take the photo like in the aisle. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'm told you I'm still working too. That's why I'm looking down, son. I'm checking this stuff out at the same time, though. Plushies have become very, very big at conventions. You actually see more people buying the plushies and stuff. People have gotten into decorating their rooms more and their houses more with anime stuff. So the plushies, the figures have always sold, but plushies, wall scrolls, stuff like that are increasing in sales because more and more people are becoming anime fans. And it helps with all these new movies like Demon Slayer making tons of money, Chainsaw Man making tons of money. So not only are the movie theaters making money, the mainstream people are also starting to take notice that anime is making money now. So they're starting to put it in front of us more. Like you'll see it at local stores more. You'll see it at restaurants and stuff more. You'll start to see it more pop up. Man, gotta clean his camera. Got these smudge lines all over the place. Yo, these suits come with fans in them, but they still gotta be hot. Misty Mountain Gaming. Bushy Road. They had some dope vendors there, but this is what I say about AX Chibi. Like, what up, brother? Shout out to Eric. We getting ready to start posting some other videos on the channel too. Eric is getting way more into his voice acting craft, so we're gonna start posting our own videos of Eric doing voice acting. They'll probably be parodies and comedy, but hey, somebody's got to start somewhere. So I got to get Eric a mic. So I gotta send him a mic. It's probably gonna be Eric's Christmas present. Is I'll get him a dope mic for Christmas or something. That way he can get straight and we can start doing this stuff together. So, well, you guys are going to start seeing a lot more content on the channel. Like, I know we were dormant for a little while. Don't get me wrong. We did have a lot of stuff going on, but we're going to be posting so much more now. And again, I'm going to be learning Japanese on the YouTube channel. So, you guys are going to get that every couple days, every day or two. We're going to be posting that on the channel. Um, we're going to be doing live stream again. We're going to start posting content of Eric doing his voice acting. We're going to start doing reviews of stuff again. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And at the end of this, of course, we're going to take a look at it because, AX Chippy is over, baby. You know what that time means? It's time. We got to get back in it's time to get back into that AX mode. We got to get some tickets together. We got hotels to talk about. We got flights to plan. We got all kinds of shit to get ready. I don't know if the same group is coming to the con with us this year. They may have been AX'd out a little bit, but we'll see. But everybody's always welcome to come. So we'll see how things go. Side So this must be the artist alley part of things. So did they mix the artist in with the vendor hall? This is exactly what it looks like. Or did this person finally get to the artist alley side? It's looking like they finally got to the artist alley side. Okay. So this vendor hall is it's nice size, but it's definitely not as big as I thought it was. But it is pretty nice size though. Again, this is called AX Chibi. It's not to be expected to be the same size as Anime Expo. If anyone goes into this expecting this vendor hall to be the size of an Anime Expo, you're crazy. That's just not possible. Hey, Eric has a novel. He's narrating and stuff. We got stuff we working on, man. Like I said, we got a bunch of stuff we'll be posting on the channel. Eric, while you're here, if you're here in some kind of capacity, we need to check. Apparently, Chaz sent a message to me saying that he's not getting notifications when we're streaming, which means a lot of people are probably not receiving our notifications right now. I don't know if that's a setting that we messed with or what. I don't think I did, but they're saying they're not getting the notifications for when we're streaming anymore. But we also did go quiet for a little while. So as we start to post more, as we start to be up here more frequent, hopefully it starts to send things out more. But we will look into things on our end, because being told, hey, I'm not getting notifications for when you stream and stuff. Oh, this is the M Rage booth. You guys know I ain't going past the M Rage booth. I got so many jackets right now. It's a shame how many jackets I got. I got a white M Rage jacket right here. I got too many M Rage jackets, and it got cold too. Know what I mean? It's time. Yeah. The one benefit about staying some places is when it gets cold, you can pull everything out. First of all, check these out. Let me see. Let's see. I don't got this one. This is the one Chaz got. I think. Think he got this one last time, and this thing's dope. It's on my list. I gotta come back and get that. This is the Miku's. Feel me? I have this one though, and I have this one, and I have this one. I got a problem. I got a problem. I need that. Yeah. Oh, and I got that one over there too. I got a problem. I just need to chill out. Yeah, so Eric is right, guys. It's probably because we haven't been on. We went quiet for a little while. Like we can acknowledge that our channel, we stopped posting for a while. We had a lot going on. Um, Unfortunately, when we got back, we had to hit the ground running for a lot of things for the end of the year. So we're in the process now of like we're finally in a place where we can get back to posting, we can get back to making videos, we can get back to making content. We have channel memberships if you guys want to join. You guys do not have to join. We will never on the AB3 Anime YouTube channel put anything behind a paywall. That will never ever happen. Okay, we are not those people. All our content will be right here for you guys. Um, that being said, we do have channel memberships. If you guys want to join, ooh, there'll be something else with that. Like maybe we'll do a live stream of Apex Gaming and talk to you guys through Discord. I don't know. We'll do something for membership things, but we'll never put like our actual content behind that. All our anime content and everything goes straight to the YouTube channel. We have super chats. We have everything. If you guys want to help sponsor the channel, if you want to sponsor a video, feel free to do all those things. Put a comment in with your super chat. Put anything in with your donation to the channel, and just let us know what kind of video or content you're looking for. If you have a question to ask, just let us know. Again, you don't have to do any of that. This is a free YouTube channel. Just be here. Talk to your boy. We here. It's still a decent sized convention room, but this is kind of everything I thought it was going to be. Was just it's just AX on a way smaller scale. And that's good. That's exactly what you want for it. I mean, it's Anime Expo Chibi. But the difference again is because it's such a smaller scale, because they don't have so many other voice actors, because everyone's not coming from 85,000 places overseas and doing these things, it's not feasible really for someone to travel into. Like this size con is decent, but it's also the size of say like Eric just went to NecoCon. This is about the size of NecoCon. Or like if you're over here for Matsuri is probably bigger than this. And Otakon is probably bigger than this. It's like that kind of thing. This isn't the kind of con, and those are a quarter of the size of Anime Expo. But that's what I'm saying. They're way bigger than this, but they're localized to the East Coast. So this is just it's a cool con, but again, 100% something that if you're not on that coast, I wouldn't travel to. Honestly, if I'm not in that state, Like the only way I travel to it from another state is if it's within like a 4 or 5 hour drive. Then cool, maybe. I can't wait to see some of the stuff Eric is working on too. So if you guys don't know, I'm now Eric's official manager for his voice acting. So this is another thing we're doing. But the reason we got to get Eric a mic and stuff as soon as possible is because a lot of the voice actor things that he needs to do, he doesn't have the equipment to do. So as his manager, I'm gonna make sure he get the equipment he needs so he can work on his shit. So we can get that straight because the mic he's using right now ain't good. We got to get him a better mic. Is that a Punisher samurai? Hold on, back up. Hold on. Let me put some respect on my man's cosplay. Does that look like a Punisher samurai? It is a Punisher samurai. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Respect to this cosplay. Guys, give me just a sec because I just remember I wanted to let Chaz know we were streaming. Again, if you guys want to join the AB3 Anime Discord, feel free. The link is on the channel. If you guys have any questions, any suggestions, any videos you want to like, you can always just post in the Discord. The Discord is free. Anybody can join. It's completely open for everybody. Corgis. We're almost to the last row. What up, Chaz? We appreciate you. Chaz, throw it in there. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you was feeling when you was there. Cause you were in person. Now I did look at Pasadena. Pasadena looked it looked like it was a decent sized crowd, but it did look small. This was definitely bigger, but you could tell this is just a really shrunk down version of AX, and that's fine. But it's definitely not something for traveling. But it's definitely a shrunk down version of AX. I do fuck with that. Am I muted? Am I muted? Okay, thank you, thank you. I was like, no, please help me, somebody. Yeah, of course we want to know how you felt. You were there, bro. We were not there. We definitely want to know how you felt about being there. So definitely let us know. Because it seems like a shrunk down AX, and that's fine. Pasadena does have some cons, a lot more than I thought. Okay, okay. I'm glad that because I didn't realize Pasadena had that many cons. Honestly, I thought it was like Anime Pasadena, and maybe one or two more. I didn't realize there were more than that. Guys, you also have to remember this, and I'm not talking about Chaz. I'm just talking about everybody in general. When we go to bigger cons, because we all go to bigger cons, the small ones are going to feel extra small for us. Okay, so he went to. Okay, here we go. So I went Saturday for day one and last day for AX, so it's a bit of not even in comparison. But Pasadena has issues. I've heard that. I heard Pasadena had issues. Were there issues with you like getting in and stuff, or just like people not understanding where to be or what was happening? Senpai Squad booth outside though. Okay, so they put a bunch of vendors outside too. Oh, of course. Okay, they put them next to their cars. That's what makes sense. And I will say this, both are honestly not worth it unless you live in LA County. And even they had their pros and cons. Yes, it took a bit to get into the con, and I will say they have pricing issues too. Okay, so that is something we really need to discuss real quick. Let me pause this real quick. Cons are pricing out their attendees. Okay. If you are a smaller con, bro, there's a limit to how much you could charge for a ticket. Let's just be real. A 3 day con, best ticket price for a 3 day con is somewhere in the $60 to $75 range for a 3 day con. That's kind of where you want to be if you are a mid tier con. If you are a small con, under 10K, like if you're under 10K, bro, you need to be in that for 4 days, $30 to $40 for 3 days. And honestly, you probably only doing 2 days if you're a small con. So you probably should be in that $30 for 2 days, $20 for one day, something like that. Senpai Squad had one inside and one outside. Pasadena only had one. Chibi had two. Oh, okay. So they were at both of them. Okay. But yeah, you can't do this. So certain cons are okay at charging the over $100 price. Let's be real. There are cons that are worth the over $100 price. Holiday Matsuri, it's 3 day con. It's massive. It's tons of stuff to do. It's in a really nice Orlando area. It's big, full. Otakon, you can pay $85 for a ticket. It's big. It's a lot of stuff to do. Anime NYC, Anime Expo. Anime Expo is a steal. I know it's expensive now because it used to be a lot cheaper, but for $150, right? At Anime Expo, you get a ton of stuff, bro. You get international guests, you get world premieres, you get exclusive merch. Like it's worth the 150. Even Anime Expo Chibi was really fairly priced. When I looked at it, Chibi was like $30 for the whole weekend. Like Chibi's cheap. So it's cool. So I ain't mad at that. But some of you guys are really pricing out your day-to-day convention goer. Bro, if you're not over 20,000 people and you can't bring in real guests, why is your weekend ticket more than $50? I'm just being real. And some of you new cons, what up, first, last? Some of you new cons are charging $80 for the weekend. And you ain't even had attendees yet, bro. Like, this is your first con. Why are you charging $80 for the weekend and you ain't even had no attendees before? Like that's crazy. So calm down a little bit. Chibi also had a deal with local cafes, and you could get the weekend pass for 25. See, you know what I'm saying, man? So you guys just saw Chibi size. Chibi is a small local con, and that's okay. They probably drew about 5 to 6,000 people, and that's okay for them. It's small. You get a nice group. You get a lot of people for your vendors. Okay, they only asked for $25. This is Anime Expo. Don't get it twisted. It's Anime Expo Chibi, but it's still Anime Expo. And they recognize this is a smaller con. This is more localized con. $25 for the weekend. And you get discounts with some of the local cafes for like, hey, 10% off of coffee because you got an AX pass. This is the type of stuff you guys need to talk about. Like, you get the VIP stuff, the incentives has to be above and beyond the value. And most of the times having VIP isn't worth it. Agreed. It also felt like a medium-sized con. Actually, outside Pasadena, which is a bit odd. They also had an outside area for the artist alley. So even at AX Chibi size, he's still saying that it's about a medium-sized con that still was bigger than Anime Pasadena, which is a major con. Um, guys, give me 2 seconds. This thing is dying. So give me 2 seconds. We're gonna disappear and then reappear. This is what happens when you have a fucking battery operated camera. So bear with me for just a sec. I gotta buy a little dummy camera battery or something like that. All right, we back at it. We here. Let's go. There we go. All right. So anyway, yeah. So that's the other thing. Is like, okay, so Anime Expo used to have a premiere badge. That was their VIP badge. It was considerably priced different than your regular ticket. Your regular ticket was $125. Premiere badge was 500. Why was the premiere badge 500? With the premiere badge, we got a premiere swag bag with a bunch of free stuff already. We got early access. We can go into the vendor hall an hour before anyone else. So all that exclusive merch we could get before anybody else. We had an hour to ourselves to shop. We got our own line. So when the lines were bad, Anime Expo's lines aren't bad anymore. But when the lines were really bad to get into the building, people were waiting 6 to 7 hours. We didn't have to deal with that. We could just go into the back and just do what we wanted to do. We can just go into the line, go in, we get an hour early. We had a lounge that we could hang out in. We had voice actors and people come to the lounge that we could get exclusive autographs for while we were in there. It originally came with a discount on AX merch. Like, there were a lot of benefits to the badge. So if you're gonna have a VIP, cool. Nowadays the VIP doesn't do that. We had a VIP for Fan Expo New Orleans when me and Eric went. And first last. We all went. We had a VIP for for excuse me, Fan Expo New Orleans. And it was cool. But the VIP didn't really get you much. I think they gave us like a little extra bag and we did have a next separate line, but price difference was only $20. That's why we did it, because for $20 more, you get a separate thing. Was it worth it? Not really. We didn't really get anything we couldn't have got just doing it regular, but it's the way it is. Uh, I have a lot to share because Pasadena had issues I want to address. The pricing was one, and Chibi was a bit of a shock. Why was Chibi a bit of a shock? A bit of a shock, Chaz. It feels like Chaz is saying, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, but it feels like he's like, hey, Chibi was actually pretty dope. The only flaw with Chibi is because it's so small compared to AX, it's a local con. And just like he said up here, um, where did he put it at? Here we go. I'll say both. Both are honestly not worth it unless you live in LA County, even though they had their pros and cons. So you gotta be here. You gotta be in LA to go to these cons. And that's cool. They're fine. If you want to fill it out that way, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like he's saying, yo, you gotta be local to appreciate this. For this size, it might have felt good. Like if you lived in Virginia Beach and you do a convention there, it's good for locals. Like you can stay home, drive up, hang out for a day or two, not have to pay for a hotel, none of that stuff, and get a convention this size. That's good. And if the price of the ticket is inexpensive, that's even better. Now, don't get me wrong. People do say sometimes the AX tickets are a little overpriced. I don't personally think so. I think for what you get from the ticket, it's not overpriced. Plus, the value of the exclusivity is what you're paying for it at Anime Expo. It's really what you're paying for. Chibi felt like it was actually worth it, but the drive was the hardest part. It's 40 miles away from the center of LA, but the venue is great and parking is great too. That's dope. So we can officially recommend for people like, yo, if you're looking for something local in that season after Anime Expo in that fall, Chibi seems to be worth it. It definitely seems to be worth something you can check out. They had a lot more outside than I thought. Now I wonder. I've never been to Anime Expo Chibi, so I don't know if they did this last year too, or if this is something they tested out because of the fact that one, the building is smaller, but they might be testing this out as a test run for actual Anime Expo too. Because if construction is going on, they're going to have to make some adjustments with where certain booths and certain layouts are. Pasadena is a bit strange because of the parking. It's a bit of a strange area, but the venue doesn't feel like it's up for the task. Okay, so that's a big thing. Sometimes a con is like too big for the building it's actually being hosted in, or too small for the building it's being hosted in. And that's a big problem with these conventions is sometimes you have to go somewhere. What up, Colorado? More than worth the value, especially if you purchase things early. Yeah, yeah. If you AX is 100% worth the value. If you buy your stuff early, it's 100% worth the value. Because basically, in my mind, just walking this through with you guys, if you're able to take care of your ticket and have your flight and your hotel done, I'd say April at the latest, then you get May and June to just save money for the con. Or if you're done by March, hell, if you're done by February, cool. If you're done by March at the latest, you already got your hotel money aside and stuff, you're good to go. If you want, dude, I can jump on Discord, call, and flesh out everything I saw because I do have some theories. All right, we can try that. Hold on. We haven't done this in a while. We're gonna try to see if we can get Chaz to pull up. Get Chaz pulled up real quick. Let's see what we can do. First of all, I gotta go in here and mess with my settings because I always have these set to the wrong thing. All right, we need to change this to the Yeti. Okay, cool. Yo, okay. I don't like hearing myself, so I'm gonna have to turn myself down a little bit. There we go. What up, Arsenic? Arsenic changed his name. What up, man? So we got that good. Let's see. Chaz, let me know when you're ready. Yeah. And I'll bring you up. So we haven't done this in a while. I think the last time I tried to do this was with Grant Uchida a long time ago. Well, you guys didn't even get to see that, but I did interview Grant for the YouTube channel like a while ago, but the footage was all kinds of messed up and the sound and the audio didn't come through right. So become a little bit more tech savvy since then. So we'll see how things go. All right, cool. Let's call let's call Chaz. We should be ringing. Let's see. I'm not hearing the ring though. Always worry when I don't get to hear the ringing. I didn't hear a ring. Let's see. Oh, word, what up, man? You here? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Chaz is here, guys. We're talking to Chaz. Chaz just attended Anime Expo. Chibi, what up, man? How you been doing? Oh, dude, that off-season bullshit is cool. Okay, I got you. I got you. That makes sense. I ain't mad at that. So how was Pasadena on Saturday? Okay, hold on 2 seconds, Chaz. They can't hear you on the stream, so we need to switch. No, no, no. Let me switch the settings over here. Desktop. I should have came from the desktop, but let me see. Properties. Uh, It should be coming from there, but dude, this is why I hate all these settings.
No, it's okay. Just take your time.
Oh wait, wait. It's moving now when you talk. Talk again.
Okay. I mean, let's see if they hear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Arsenic, can you Florado, can you guys hear him now?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just say random stuff. I should be.
It
Seeing
should
something on
be.
my end.
It's popping up on my end too that you're there, so
Hmm.
no one's typing. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
keep going.
No, that's okay.
But okay, they're
Yeah.
good. They're good. So
Okay. Okay.
I don't know
Alrighty.
which server we're in. Lick a man, lick multiple man. What is this? AX 21 plus. This is a shit that gets you banned. This Anime
Yeah.
Expo's 21 plus YouTube.
Oh my God. No.
Dude, it's so bad. Okay, but
Yeah.
okay, what up, Microwave Fort? That's a wild name, bro. Microwave Fort. How did you come up with that? Um, but did it seem like so AX used to have a problem where it felt like all of the people, all the volunteers actually didn't know where to go or what to do. Did it feel
So,
like that?
it it kind of was like that because when we got inside, there was staff, but outside, it felt like there was nothing, which is kind of creepy because I'm like, wouldn't you have security out here? The other creepy part was they didn't have a security checkup. You just walked in.
Oh, so like this entrance
So
right here, there's no like no metal detector,
there's no
nobody doing nothing.
no,
Like
they don't pat you down. They don't have a metal detector.
what
And
the
Chibi did.
hell?
Chibi had the exact same airport style, the where you just walk in and they'll stop you if they see something.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had that,
yeah.
and they had less of a like a pull, I would say, which is strange because when we got there, no security. There probably was like some here and there, but the staff just looked like plain staff. But they were all mostly inside. The outside was just kind of like a free for all, I want to say. Probably there was probably like somebody at the entrance, but that was it.
Dude, that's crazy. I would not have
That's one thing
expected
about
that.
Pasadena. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
one thing. I probably should take a photo then.
But what was it like inside when you finally got into the con? Because the
So
floor, it doesn't look that busy. It looks steady,
it
but it
doesn't look
doesn't.
that busy. I think what I would say is it's almost comparable to Artist Alley on like the fourth day, but like you cut down a little bit of like the fat off,
Okay, okay,
to like
okay.
exhibit hall. I would say it was like that. It was kind of like it wasn't too busy, but at some points it did get kind of crowded in some of the lanes. You could move around, but it definitely felt like it was kind of reaching capacity because you would go like outside at the edge, like at the four corners, and it
Yeah,
felt like there was people there. Like you did feel that. Where you, if you see Chibi, it was just empty. Like no, not empty. There was people there, but like you could move, you could sit, you can, you
yeah.
can watch, or
It now the outside thing. You said both of them did outside stuff. So did they both put like artists and
okay.
vendors?
Good thing you brought that up. I think Chibi puts Pasadena to shame. Chibi
Wow.
actually had a lot going on. So they did the same thing almost with the, you know how they did it at Anime Expo, where like they had like the shoot, the, what did they call it again? Where like they had the walk in the middle.
Oh
What was
yeah,
that
yeah,
called?
yeah, yeah. The
So
AX
they did some,
crossing and stuff.
yeah, they did something close to that. It was, there was no crossing because there's no like there's no middle street right there. But what they
Yeah.
did was they had its own little like food truck area, and then on the other side it had the artist alley with some vendors and then some kids stuff. And they were pretty big, like they were pretty sizable. And they also had two stages for two concerts.
Oh,
They had one in the front, and then they had one close to the food vendors, I believe. Where
it sounds
Pasadena did,
dope.
but then Pasadena didn't. I don't remember. I don't recall doing that. In fact, their only concert area was in the place called Dragon Hall Z. I think I took a photo of that where it has like the Shenron or whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But it's downstairs, so accessibility is kind of like a weird thing. I don't know. They had an elevator. I didn't see that. Um, but like it was contained. It wasn't that big. It definitely didn't feel like a like a place to have like a concert or like a sing off or whatever it was.
Okay. So this
So
is opening my
Chibi,
eyes a
Chibi
lot,
did.
dude. That's crazy.
So
Fast.
Chibi did have presence outside, even though it was pretty empty. I don't know if it was because it was the last day. It did get filled towards like 11:40. That's when I was about to start leaving. Um, but they did have outside stuff to do. Like they didn't have like activities, I believe, or they did for kids. But they had the food stalls and they were pretty well spaced out. They had tables to sit at. It's right by the entrance and the exit too, so you could leave or come out if you wanted to. Um, but yeah, no, the outside venue I would say was much better on Chibi. I would say I didn't see anything for Pasadena, and me and my friend walked around. We didn't really see anything.
So that's way different than I expected.
Yeah,
I Chibi sounds like it's such a it sounds like a good local com. Like if it's like
it is.
literally
I
the
would say
definition
so.
of minimized anime expo. Like just
Yeah, it is.
that's
I
cool,
believe
man.
so. It's funny because last year we were kind of like, I don't think we don't think it's worth it, and I've never
Yeah.
been there. So I've been there for other things, but I don't see them taking advantage like how Chibi did, where like they had outside stuff. Like they only used the venue itself on the inside. They didn't use anything outside. Where Chibi feels like they got creative and they did stuff outside. They bartered it off. They did an artist alley, like a booth setup, which is hilarious because I believe Pasadena did have like a sort of like artist alley, but slash voice actor signing, but it was so small that the tent felt huge, much more bigger than it. It was hilarious.
That's
But yeah,
way different than I thought it was gonna be, man. I can't even lie.
yeah,
I'm very surprised at that. And you know what's crazy?
mhm,
The artist alley and stuff being outside. I don't know if they did that last year or if this is a test run because the construction at the convention center
right,
is happening now. So
yeah,
I don't know if this is a test run for what they want to do at the actual Anime
for
Expo, but it
over
looks
there,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're gonna have to do
Um,
something because they're gonna be I mean, I can't tell you exactly where they're going to be doing construction when Anime Expo comes around next year,
yeah,
but I do know they're in full blown construction now. So,
yeah. So they're trying to finish it before the 2028 Olympics. I don't think we're gonna see it next year, especially because LA's having multiple projects going on. Like, for example, at the beginning of January, we're supposed to have the flyaway train for LAX. So you no longer have to take an Uber and you just take the train lines.
ah,
They have
okay,
that. They have an extension thing to go deeper into Koreatown. So I'm not sure how they're going to do it with the convention center. But I did hear it was probably going to be completed a little later on, but before 2028.
okay. So that means that for you guys who are interested in going to Anime Expo, we have no idea what the construction situation is going to be like there. And hopefully,
Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Don't worry.
yeah, yeah, because that's the benefit of having subscribers on the West Coast is we can get some info for
Yeah.
you guys because
Yeah.
I have no
No, yeah.
idea. That's cool though, man. I've always heard of Anime Pasadena though, but it has a pretty good rep. But actually seeing the pictures and
So
stuff and how small it is, it doesn't seem like the hype is there.
There is like it does have a lot of good moments. They definitely have the pull to bring in like the voice actor talent. They did have pretty big names on there. One didn't show up because they got sick, but I think it's not their fault. I think, in my honest opinion, is that Pasadena's convention center is not cut up for it. It's in a weird part of the city where it's still downtown, where the parking lots can get full, but it's the venue itself feels so like strangely built. Like the entertainment hall feels pretty weird. The main hall where they had the exhibit hall also felt like it was kind of reaching capacity. And they did have like a bigger, like I think a stage for like the concerts, like another one, but that one was more like a talent show, so I didn't see it. But even then, it still felt contained. Like you were gonna like eventually like run into problems. And another thing is Pasadena has sister conventions. It's not just Pasadena. There's a few others.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's
Yeah,
part of a
if I
chain
haven't
of
seen
them.
many. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's
So
four. Yeah, there's four other ones I believe. I forgot their names. It's on the batch. I'll see if I can send it later. But I think it's Anime Long Beach or something like that. It's like a few others, but Pasadena's probably like the biggest one.
okay, so we have one like that on the East Coast where there's this group
Yes.
called
Hmm.
Superstar Cons, and they do like all
Yeah.
Incredible Con, Superstar Con,
Yeah.
Amazing Con. They're all the same company. It's just different areas. So I get that. The biggest
Hmm.
thing I'm noticing is you're right. They need to switch locations is what it seems like.
I
It
would
seems
say
like
so.
yeah, it seems like they're not going to be able to. They've either outgrown this location or it just doesn't fit
They
the
are about to, I
design.
would say. But the biggest
Okay.
issue is that most of these venues, like LA, the convention center is always it's always pretty much booked out for like not just anime, like
Yeah, yeah.
conventions. And the other one that I would say is close is either the Long Beach Convention Center, but that one also gets booked kind of consistently because it's in Long Beach. And the other one after that is probably the Catella Center or the Catella Convention Center in Anaheim, but they also get packed up. So it's like they kind of have to be like, I guess they have to wait for their turn, I would say. But
Yeah.
then I think the reason Pasadena's in this like in November is to probably compete with Chibi because they were right back to back, like they were right next to each other, like daytime wise. But yeah, like they don't really have many options. They would have to wait for like another time from, I would say.
Now, you said the chibi price was like $25. How much was the Pasadena price?
So for me, I got it last minute. Mine wasn't an early ticket. I got it like like probably like 2 3 days before. It was $54, which isn't bad. It's pretty calm. It's not that bad. The problem with the pricing that I got was, and I think Eric brought it up, or I don't remember who it was the VIP ticket. The VIP ticket was
Yeah, yeah.
priced poorly.
And I don't know what
Yeah,
they're doing with VIP things right now, dude. There's a lot of cons who are offering VIP, but you're not getting
yeah,
VIP. It's like, hey, you get into the building a little early, but it's like,
yeah.
where's the swag? Where's the like exclusive autograph? Where's the
So you did get it with this. You did get the free swag bag stuff, but the problem was I don't. Do you know how much the VIP ticket was for Pasadena? Can you guess, or do you know?
I can't. Let's see. So if you're the day ticket was 54.
That's for the weekend.
Oh,
That's for the whole
no,
weekend.
that was the weekend ticket. Oh, okay. So
I think it was a little better. It was like
125.
$280.
125.
It was 285.
285
Yeah, I believe it was two hundred and eighty five
for
dollars. Yeah,
Pasadena?
I believe so.
That's,
Yeah, it was because I talked to
that's
my friend.
crazy.
It's 285, and the funniest part is that I think they're one of the few that in the over here in the Southern California area where they offer a VIP quote unquote because there's not that many, but theirs is priced close to what Power Morphicon is, which is Power Rangers,
Yeah.
but like it's $300. It's like I don't really need to do the math to just say that it's not worth it because it
Yeah.
doesn't give you the
No,
perks.
dude.
It doesn't give you
No.
the perks of it doesn't give you the thing because it's 285. It gives you the swag bag, gives you the early entrance to the exhibit hall like an hour, I believe, at 9. It does give you access to go in and I think get like a free autograph. I'm not sure, or I think into the hall where the autograph is at.
Okay.
Um, but it's just swag bag stuff. It's not really anything else, in my opinion. Like it's kind of like that's pretty much what it is. They don't really give you anything else, but it's $300. It's like you
That's
kind of
too
can do the
much,
math right
man.
there
Yeah, that's too
because it's what five
much.
times the price of the regular ticket. It's like five
Yeah.
times.
It's $5. Yeah. Nah, that's too much,
285.
man.
It's insane. Where Chibi was 35 up until when you could even show up to the to the event itself on Friday because it started on Friday. That's a
Yeah.
3 day event. Pasadena was two. Or you could go to local anime jungle. I think the tea, shifting waters. I think that's what the names of the restaurants were. There was a fourth one too, and
Uh,
you didn't even have to buy a coffee. Like you don't have to buy it. You could just walk in and say, "Can I get the pass?" And they'll let you for twenty five
that's
dollars.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like passing the savings on to you, and you would visit like one of these events because like over here they do a lot of that collab stuff, like the local cafes because we have maid cafes over here that are not part of like anything like they're just running all the time. Like we have that kind of stuff, and they'll
Yeah.
collab often. And that's one of the things that I saw was the $25, which is like 3 days for $25. You split that up, that's like what, like
Nah, it
seven
barely
dollars
eight.
each day.
Yeah, barely $7, $8 a day, dude. And Eric replied to you too. He said the value of VIPs I've seen has been lacking. I looked into things and it's been
Yes,
crazy. Many
Eric is
cons
completely right.
have adapted to streamline registry and waiting lines.
Yes,
So the value has
yeah,
come from autographs and free items and exclusives. They've
yes,
gotten rid of all that stuff. That's crazy,
yeah.
man. That's
Yeah,
way
but
too
it's
much
surprising.
money.
It's bad. It's because so next week I'm actually gonna go to San Diego 619, which is I think another starting up convention, I believe. But
It
they're
is.
also
It's
having
new. It's new.
so so this is the funny part. They're having the exact same roster of voice actors, and they also have a VIP pass, but their VIP pass is 170, so it's $110 less, and it's like a
Yeah.
week off.
You
So
know what?
it's
It's
like,
because they're a new con. They're, so if you're a new con, you can't outprice your people. There's just
you
no
can't do
way.
that.
You
You
can't. Like,
can't.
what's the, if anything, your first con, you have to underprice dramatically to get people in the door. And yeah, that's, nah, dude, that's way too much.
Yeah.
And you consider it like something like Anime Expo doesn't even have a VIP anymore. And
Yeah.
if I'm
It
not
does.
mistaken, Anime NYC, their VIP is like 260, but it's Anime NYC, dude. Like they're
It's in like 4 days, I
sponsored
believe,
by
too. Yeah.
Crunchyroll. Like there's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Like,
like the thing with this is that none of the like ALA, I think you brought it up on the chat. They
yeah,
don't have a
yeah.
VIP pass, but
No.
they're kind of like in the medium to small tier conventions, but
Yeah.
they don't have that either. But like yeah, it's strange that Pasadena's pricing itself at that, and they could say it's because we're in LA, but it's like you're not really in LA, you're in Pasadena. There's a
Right,
difference
right.
in my
You can't
opinion.
claim it that way. You can't
You
claim the
can't
same.
do that.
No,
Yeah.
no. I agree with you. You can't claim it that way. And I don't
Yeah.
understand what everyone's doing with scheduling their cons on the same weekend. So
Yeah.
I'm a vendor, but like we got approved for two cons in the same weekend. Anime.
Yeah.
So I told you guys we got approved for Holiday Matsuri. We also got approved for Anime Weekend Atlanta. It's the same weekend,
Hmm.
and they're
Yeah.
two massive East Coast cons. And I'm like, why are y'all having your con the same weekend?
Yeah, they're
These,
doing that a lot over here too. Like San Diego
yeah,
619 happens right next to San Diego Anime Con, both same weekend. I think
that's
they're also doing the
crazy.
same thing where it's 3 days, I believe, for I think 619, but the other one, Anime Con, is in the hotel, so it's a little smaller. That's 2 days, but it's cheap. It's like $20, $30.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so a lot of cons over here are also starting to get packed up. I think the reason being is because you don't have like Crunchyroll Expo anymore, I believe, in San Jose. I think that's
They
the reason
don't.
why.
They got rid of that.
Yeah,
It
they
shut
got rid of
down.
that.
I don't know why they got rid of it, but they did.
No.
It shut
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
I think they thought that the Crunchyroll name was enough to like draw a massive crowd, and quickly
Mhm.
realized that
Yeah.
scheduling makes a big difference. Like you can't schedule it
Yeah.
at certain times of
It's
the
also
year.
because it's San Jose. San Jose, that city is not
Yeah,
really like it's not a heavy hitting city. It's not San Francisco. It's not Los Angeles. It's not San Diego.
no, yeah. If
It's
they
like
had put
you
that in like New York or Atlanta or even
yes, that's what I would say.
even
Yeah.
Dallas or something like that, it probably would have been
Yeah.
way bigger.
Yeah. I think probably in the past San Jose did have some kind of like pull because they did have Miku Expo there, I believe, a couple of years back.
Okay.
Before the pandemic. Yeah, but I don't think they have that anymore just because San Jose is kind of like it's a tucked away city. It's not really something that you would like drive out towards. There is a train station there, but like that doesn't give you like the pass to be like, yeah, like it's like a big like you can bring in people. No, it's not that.
Yeah, yeah. What did Eric say? Oh, NecoCon was the same weekend as a monster truck show across the street. Yeah, people are trying
Yeah.
to like split crowds lately. I don't know what's going on
Yeah.
with the splitting crowds because you don't make money that way. Like
Yeah.
you got to look for an open weekend.
You
So
do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
Yeah, I wonder how
I
they're gonna do that though, but I'm not sure. Especially because LA, it has just so many events. Like 3 weeks ago, we had like we have car meets all the time over here, and like they
mm,
also have to space themselves out too, because Senpai Squad is like a big thing here, and they have to like judge: do we want to be like a car meet right now, or do we have to go to the show? Because they were both at Pasadena and Chibi, so it's like they have to
yeah.
also time it too,
They get,
or else it won't
I
happen.
think the biggest difference is when they get paid to go to a car meet, I don't think
Yeah,
they make anywhere near as much money when they
they
go do
don't.
an anime con because their car, those
Yeah,
Itachas are like way more
yeah,
iconic at anime cons. So no,
yeah,
I get that, dude. That's
yeah.
dope, man. And hey, I
And
appreciate you being the first one to be on the channel like this,
yeah,
cause yeah, I
yeah.
tried this
You
before,
can
it
be
didn't
riding
work
me a
out
bike
right.
when it comes to LA. Anything LA, you can let me know and I can do
Yeah,
it.
dude, that helps out so much, man. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, dude.
And like I said, we're getting ready to get back into doing a lot of stuff. The season's back
Yeah, dude.
around,
We should
so
do that.
yeah, we got to do it, man. We got to get back into it. Hey, let me if you need to do, just let me know. We'll get you what you need out that way. We'll make you a mod on the channel or something. We got you. We got you.
Go for
We
it. Do
need
it. You should do it.
we
I mean, I can definitely help you guys out here too, because I'm situated over here in Artist Alley, which is Little Tokyo area, I would say. So like if you guys ever need anything with like you want me to go to a convention, I'm more than free to. I mean, I have more than enough time to probably do it now nowadays, whether it's San Diego or somewhere up north, because I do go up north. I go to San Francisco sometimes, so I could probably go to Otakon. Uh
okay.
or like
Yeah,
maybe here, like
yeah.
Anime Expo Chibi, ALA, Pasadena, Anime Impulse. I can definitely report and show up.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, we gotta talk. I'm gonna sit down with Eric. We're gonna figure that out because that's dope. That'll be helping a lot. But hey,
Go
man,
for
I
it, dude.
appreciate you being up here, man. I got stuff I gotta hop off and do, but hey, dude, I really do
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And yeah, I'm serious. I'm gonna send you some messages because we're gonna work that out.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Next time I'll see if I can get footage. I just didn't this time because the footage at Pasadena was kind of like chopped. But
Oh
I can
yeah, dude,
definitely
I
work on a
understand.
rig to record because I think the footage is gonna be the real help, not just the photos.
Right, right. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, no
right,
problem.
all right, guys. Thank you guys for being here for this stream that I just pulled and did in the middle of the day for no reason. But I appreciate you guys. That was dope. Shout out to Chaz for popping through. Shout out to Colorado. Thank you for being here today. Microwave Fork. Wicked name, but I appreciate you for being here. First, last, as always, Eric. I'm gonna call you in a little bit so we can talk about some things. But hey, I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here, man. And like I said, we're back at it. So be prepared. We got all kinds of stuff coming on the channel. I'll try to get to a video tonight where we can post our second day of learning Japanese on this bitch. If not, it'll be up tomorrow. But